Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are 28th of October 2019. Remind you this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue, saying when you're receiving this recording. As well, thank God for another day to my life and I pray His blessings today. In Jesus' name, Amen. All right, good morning, everyone. Back again to Kings, and they have a lovely night in Mission Beach. Actually, those who follow on Facebook, maybe you will see some pictures of me, and actually need to post those ones. In Mission Beach, it was a lovely celebration. Just made me a bit sad that 20 years being passed so quickly. My goodness, I was 30, now 50, and yeah. So anyway, so here we are back. We don't have much of the great news today. In we today after midnight, nothing. So it's very very quiet morning. All right, so let's look at now. We have our news. I have a new setup of workspaces. So one of the main things that we need to be looking is here. All right, so we're gonna be guided by the top 4, top 5, maximum, just to see that, and then we would need to find the setup that probably will be there. So New Zealand side is weak. So what I do is just put in there the weakness. So yes, definitely we have an index down, is in the top of the list. On here on the weekly is no in the major movers at the end of the day. So that's our 4. Could be maybe only 5. Sorry, could be only the 4. So never mind. This is the New Zealand weather. So I will be looking everything related with the New Zealand. Then I can get my list. For example, here New Zealand Canadian will be the first one. Australia, New Zealand, but we don't have the Australia. So New Zealand US would be the one to to look over here. So I'm going over there and looking for the New Zealand US. And there we are. So this thing is coming down. So that's mean there is no trade from there. So what I want to get is I try to get this one off, but I can't get it. Let me see an object list, maybe rectangles, maybe those ones to the all, yeah, there it is. So as we looking over here, we did have that nice there. So our rule is that we want to see this down with the day up. We want in the index tell me that day. So today it is coming down. So therefore this is, so we don't do. So the good things with the this indicator is that we will not just jump in every single opportunity that we find it. So we mainly want to get when the market is getting into here. So what does mean? Remember what does mean? Every time the market comes, the indicator line come down. What was the indication over there? What was last week we talked about it? So that every time this indicator comes down, what does mean? Anyone on the other side? The market consolidates. So then, from here we see that the market, and actually as well from consolidations will be what? A setup, isn't it? Now, this rising of this ADX does not mean the direction of the market, or this is up and this is down. This is just momentum. Whether it's bullish or bearish, it's just momentum that is telling us over there. And from here, of course, the market breaks and it didn't go too far at the end of the day. But then the market dips again into here. So, sorry, the market dips again into there, and that's what it's telling us. Another consolidation opportunity, and then we wait for the index mirror to tell us when to trade. The market after the first break didn't go anywhere, and the market again go down. So what does mean? The market consolidates until it breaks, and then we have the party over there. So our rules is that we will not want to get into into there. So we just want to look for the setups, and the setup here is definitely is the market is retracing or consolidate, and then we have the setup from there. So every time the market dips is an opportunity for what? And this is now where we're gonna be needing the help of the index meter. That if I come over here and this is down, I look the index meter, and if the index meter say, yep, that's a trade, that's what I want to be trading. So last week we were talking that this indicator is can be using on a continuation market as well of a turning points of the market. So it will not trade every single move, but it will trade the one that we need the most. For example, this move down, what the indicator is looking for a pullback and continuation going in the direction they're supposed to be going. But instead of that, the market comes right to the bottom, which is perfect. We were wanting, and what I want to keep is the trend lines in place and the index meter with me. And when the market breaks, this is where we want to be looking at. Maybe that bar was not very good, but this was definitely, it is a breakout, consolidation, triple bottoms, and there it is. The market retrace again from there. So every time the market retrace is what? An opportunity to setups. And that's why we want to be waiting for those setups over here. It's very simple. Is are there. Now, not necessarily here has to tell me because this is a lagging indicator, but what I'm wanting is every time the market comes in this direction, what I want to get from those is just simple their setups. So instead of before, what would I be looking to go short over here and things like that, or come up with any conclusion that this is a nice setup. I only want to be trading that every time the market dips, draw my trend lines, excuse me, waiting for the index meter, and that's what we're looking in here. The market dips again. So every time the market dips over here, we need to get our lines in place, and that it is. So we're looking that, that's a perfect ABC setup. The market comes, in this case, the lines went there, and the index meter would point us in this nice trade over there. So through here, is no entries until the market is not pulling what back here. We might take profit, and then we have a break. Last week we were saying that sometimes we're going to be waiting 10 to 15 days before we find an entry, because here what this one does is looking for the next pullback in here, and what it does is just is a trend continuation indicator as well as a turning point indicator. So keeping that way, we're gonna be safe. Now we want to be trading something that is moving. So we want to, because the indicator doesn't tell us when to trade, but know what to trade, and this is where we want to come with this one. So New Zealand is weak. We want to find setup, and what here is saying us, no, it's coming down. So New Zealand US, New Zealand yen would be, of course, the next one to look at it. And I'm only gonna send the pictures of the setups that I find interesting. Like for example, in that one there is a nice pullback over there. The market breaks is definitely another pullback over here. The market does, and here is waiting for a new pullback. So I'm gonna get ready with my lines um, to set up over there, and that's it. So waiting for the opportunity when it's set up, when the index meter. So that's mean, like I said, this indicator will not let us trade everywhere that we think we should be trading, but the setups that it is there. Now, we say last week, sometimes it's gonna take 5, 10 to 15 days before a setup there, but we're trading up, like a 19 currencies. Always is gonna be one currency ready to trade. And that's what I say today in the email. There is no new setups for today, because following this this meter, we want to trade momentum with it and the indicator there. So at the moment, so it's holiday for today, and that's it. Now, if I get the new pound New Zealand, is the only one possible I find some kind of setup, but I'm gonna be waiting for tonight because this is on a perfect pullback, all right, and the day finished quite strong. So when we look in the pound is here, but when we're looking over there, and the pound is right still on the top, so that's quite strong strong there, but this one is still down, so sometimes as you see is down, so the index made a tunnel. So I'm going to be waiting this one for tonight, and if I want to be risking, that would be 150 pips with this one over there. So I'm keep in my other screens. I got on a sort of kind of how to find that 30 minutes chat. So if I got here in the 30 minutes chat, I got this resistance and support level. So the market, so I will be looking maybe the London time more than anything else. So this is, yeah, possible on the setup. But if we continue looking at how much is the setups over there, every time the market does from the top of that there to here is always going to be what? Consolidation. So this is the time that 10 days. So that's what we say. And out of those consolidation, and that's what I mean as well. Come to a London time because you're gonna get that one in London time. All right. So if you come in London time, you will see the break, and if you look from the daily, has happened. So what a great opportunity is actually showing us there. That yep, that's a setup. Otherwise, just get over here and it went to the 1,000 pips, so 400 pips. That is no bad trade anyway. We have 300 targets, so we would get that one there very easily. But every time the market, as we say here, the market pullback is a setup. So we're looking from here to there is another one over here. So as you see here, what is this indicator is showing us is a turning point on the market, isn't it? So instead of going, you see this trade will, this is gonna fit precisely with the golden candle setup. So here all this time, from there to there, we be waiting, the 8 days before the setup is there because of there, and suddenly the index made a appointment and a perfect ABC. We I want to be looking for that, and that it is the trade that it got it there, and then from that, again another sort of, the market went from here, it didn't go too far to 300, 330. So 300 I would get it. With this currency it's going to be very easy to get 300, but it's the day that we want to be looking precisely over there. All right, so that would be the pound yen. Euro pounds New Zealand, euro New Zealand would be the next one to look at it. And there it is. So is nothing there. This is down, so that's mean that we should not be touching at the moment this pair, just waiting for the opportunity set up. All right, so that's it. So then we change into the Canadian. So Canadian Swiss will be the first one. Euro Canadian is this one is still continue running, so still having that trade open. And but look where the setups was over here. So that's when this one is going to tell us, precisely where things can be happen. So if we look in the Euro Canadian, that's in the 23rd, 21, 22, 23rd was over here. And if I look the Euro over there, that it is. So we got a perfect setup. This is down, and now that it is up, and now is running beautiful. The Euro Canadian, we say before, that is at the moment with 100 pips in profits. So now I just need to yeah, look from there, see what happened. And the weekly is down now. Maybe here we might have some sort of support. So I will be looking maybe around here to take some profits, maybe 50% of the profits I can set up with my EA to take around this level. So we are only 50 pips away. It's very bearish. So, and then the rest with the Donchian line over there. So, but it's no new setup. So now the setup is already gone. So Euro Canadian, where was it there? So Euro Canadian and Pound Canadian now. So we come over there, we're looking over here, and there it is. That's the setup. So look how this one is coming down. So what we do? Nothing. So in that case, it can hold us back. It might have a set up an ABC sometime, somehow. This could be just a weekly retracement only, you know. So we're gonna be waiting for the day when this one is telling us that that we have a setup over here. So sorry, they should supposed to put it here, the Canadian, the New Zealand there. So that's what it is. This one is very strong at the moment, and yeah, we just need to wait. And see. All right, so that's the pound Canadian. So if I look the Canadian yen, Canadian is more stronger than the yen. So same. So come over here, look at Canadian yen, and that was the setup. On the pullbacks, as I say, this indicator doesn't tell us bullish or bearish. It's just telling us momentum into that. So here only went one day, not really much, but here is the next one. And as you see, we don't enter into that. So Canadian yen is still running with that. So it's being actually, in my account, I doubled the trade from that. So this one, yeah, is continue running. It has a target as well. And yeah, so we're looking here, if we're going to the weekly, that could be my target very easily, the next 250. So it's leaving that one there. So it's plenty room to 200 more pips to go. So I will be holding that trade as much as I can, Canadian. And but it's not set up at the moment. So all right. So we'll see that one there. US Canadian. Canadian is still more strong, so I'm still in that trade too. It was quite good. So we're looking there, and there it is. On a perfect ABC setup, Canadian has break from there and that's on the 16. There it is, 16. And yeah, so this one is 1, 2, 3 weeks running. So here we got an ABC in the monthly. We're about to finish the monthly. Are we coming that down, you know? So that could be a possible target right over there. So, and right over here as well. So two targets we have over there. That could be a long. So I'm already in a trade. So I might look, you know, for sort of a long run from there. But yeah, that's what is saying to us over here. So let me see, US Canadian. Yeah, so it's about to get the target in here. It's most likely this is a big swing low, and so yes, all the Canadians. That's the US Canadian, Canadian yen, Euro Canadian. So they continue running. It's a very heavy. Um, so we'll see that one there. But that was the setup. Look at the momentum behind it, and this is what we're looking for. Uh, Australian Canadian we didn't try. So then the next one is Australia. Say it is strong. So let's have a look here how strong it is. The Australia. In Australia, the index it just went flat from last week was down, and today it is flat, same number than last week. So but here it's telling me it's strong, so I'm looking Australia against the euro. So euro Australia would be the first combination to look in here. There, and I don't see nothing. So maybe tomorrow it looks to me here some kind of ABC formation, but we're looking there the euro. As you see, both are in the same position, so that's exactly what we wanted. And yeah, maybe we can wait for another day. Maybe you know we'll see. That could be very interesting. Where is going to finish that? Actually, look in this. If I just go to the close of the candles over there, so yeah, so that could be a nice day today. where we can set up for, like I said, tonight will be there. The Monday mornings not very good at the end of the day. So Euro Australia, we say pound Australia would be the next pick, and coming over here, and yeah, there's not really much that we can enjoy in here at the moment. The market is again consolidate over there. That's a nice pattern. Now, my question here, what kind of pattern is that? Any has a name for it? I think everybody's just sleeping on the other side. What kind of pattern? Is a falling wedge? Who say David? On what time frame, David? I don't like to see wedges very with a short data. I like to see wedges on us, big big data. Wedges is actually monthly sort of kind of patterns, but not in a small there on the daily. For me in the daily, if I want to say that, let me see, what can I see one? Maybe this one. So this is what maybe, I like to see something big, and that's for me a falling wedge. Do you agree with me that? So if we look in there, that is definitely, I can classify that a falling wedge, and boom, breaks, and so that's what I'm looking. This for me is more ascending symmetrical triangle, or a rising flag as well, we can call it. If we get that, we got this. It's just that it didn't follow the flag. Normally a flag. Let me see here. Is maybe it's this one here. For me, it would be that, and that's a falling flag, because follows like that. That's the pole. That's the flag. Something like this one. But it's just where it is located. This one, I feel myself that this is an ascending symmetrical triangle. So my guts is telling me, wait for the break. And if we're looking, for example, in this consolidation flag, look at that. Look where the flag was forming. Well, I reckon, Rita, that's good stuff, isn't it? Look where the flag is forming. Ona pullback. It's like like I tell you, come on, smack her hands and say, leave me alone. Don't touch me with it. Look, this long pattern formation over here. And we can get, look how many days. I don't know what the lady is going to be doing all this time. That's a lot of days before we enter. Trading less will be profitable at the end of the day. And when we have those breaks, my goodness. And then we have the pull. My goodness, that is a nice 432 pips into that. Look, for example, that wedge over here. So here we don't want to trade. We want to trade the pullback. You see here, because the market is coming down, so it did not take. It didn't. We didn't see that one there, because now this tool, it will tell us continuation. So this is down. So changing point, which was right over there. So we're gonna be missing these moves, but that's okay, isn't it? So as long we get what is meant to be getting at the end of the day. All right, so that would be my comment. Is if everyone agree with me, it looks to me ascending symmetrical triangle, and it's forming enough flatness here. It's nothing more. So the index meter here is telling me the if we look at the pound again over there, pound is strong in the top. Australia is down, so it doesn't really give me any sort of there. All right, so pound Australia, no, now here. So we were looking the Australia thing and the pound over there. So now we look in Australian yen. So in here, Australian yen is over there, and that would be a nice setup. And there it is. Look where it's going. So we just, simple like that is nothing there. Is nothing there. So that's all we need to know. We're just moving away, and that's it. So, and we know we don't just move there. Now, one question: did I send the index meter to everyone this morning? Just let me know, please, because I don't know too sure if I did. So that's it. There's nothing there. In Australia and US would be the last one to look over here. So we come over there. We look in Australia and US, and look where this guy's just coming. So it's a setup. So we just need to wait for the little pullbacks like that. Market ABC, perfect ABC, index meter, and run from there. So how nice is that one, huh? And there we are. Okay. I find that even when these setups over there, like this is the 17th of October, and here it will not be a problems to even, come up in the 1 hour and try from there. Look there. Entry, exit. Didn't reach the 150, bang, out upside here. And that's it. In and out, in and out. And we don't trade that because our rules telling us not to do so. Jeff, I really love the new indicator. It has saved me from some unnecessary trades. Thank you for me. It's the icing of the cake. I agree with you as well, Helen. I think trading every opportunity in the market can be exhausted at the moment, and we don't need to do that. We just need good trades. Good trades that we can, when we find the consistency in these good trades with everything that we have, um, you know, price p value is not an issue for that, isn't it? And it's still same risk ratio reward. We trade in less, but we find that as you see, look today, we could have jumped in and all this. Oh, look at that! This is a good opportunity. But when we're looking over there, we're just taking the trades that we're looking at that. But I will show you more. Just let me run through here. And but as well look in this because we need to see the momentum as well. So we cannot leave the momentum behind it. So all right. So Australian US we don't find nothing. And then the Swiss, we only have the US Swiss over there. This is I'm still this one big retracement. Look for example from there when the market did broke up over there, right over here. The market comes over there, and if we're looking there on the 1 hour as well. Look at that trade over here, suggesting from that moment, that momentum over there was right there, 17. Now we entered over there. We're looking for 150. Didn't turn up, and here you're out of the market with 70 pips there. Would you complain about these 70 pips? But we don't trade this. You see, so that's the thing. So here look what it is done. We don't have retracement, we don't have nothing over there, so we don't trade that one there. So we missed that one, but we got 70 pips. Who would be happy with just like that? Anyone? All right, so that's it. So then if we look in, you still can look in over there. So here definitely would be the Euro US. We still just need to look just in case if the market there. And again, where is this? That's as simple it is. We look in that. No, not interesting. Thank you very much. We move to the next there. Look at that beautiful. This is gonna display a lot of trades that before we could have over there, but we need to have the patience to wait for those trades. So at the moment we let these things go. We don't worry anymore to try to get this run. We got it from there to here, and that's it. And you get 50 pips here, 100 pips there, 200, 300, maybe 20, maybe 30 from time to time. But at the end of the day, this is what we wanted. So this tool really will stop us to go overboard, and that's it. So here's the pound US, would be the next one to look at it. And there it is. Look, immediately your eyes come over here and say, no, thank you very much. No interest in. Look at this old sort of kind of retracement. Maybe here, maybe I could say that I have a falling wedge, break of the falling wedge, sort of there. That's 3 points over there. But the most important is where we're looking to trade. Sometimes don't wait. You know, this is where there is a lagging indicator. If we're waiting until then, we're giving a lot of profit. This is when we need the index meter. As long we are in the fall of this and the falling of these there. So every time the market falls, we're waiting for the index meter reaction, and that's where we want to be doing that. All right. US yen, maybe no, I don't think so, but let's have a look anyway. So US yen, and look there. So is that maybe an ascending triangle as well? Maybe yes, maybe no, but look what is dipping over here. What a beautiful is that. Yeah, all right. But when was that I explained the index meter, the ADX French Friday was, isn't it? So you still have 1 week to download it. That. So I'm gonna explain again, David. No worries. But make sure that they get the Friday webinar because they need a full explanation of that as well, Dave. All right. But I will run as soon as I finish here. We still have time to do that there. But it's just incredible. Now, who like my new setup, my new workspace? My goodness, how many workspaces have I changed it? Um, there isn't it? Unbelievable there. But look this one, because you know this one we need to have the full line there so we can see the indicator better. Then start to crunch it, and we still need to look in over there because if we find setups in here and we're looking high, you know, rejection points over there and here, you know, we need to get that one. Those, all right. So that's gonna be quite cool. All right, so we got to the euro finally there. So euro yen will be the one to take it. Even if it is, you know, right at the bottom, we still need to be looking because could be a possibility and look at it again. So that's what I say in the EA. There is no new setups for today. What we want to get is this. And this is going to be another there. What a beautiful falling wedge. And exactly when the market is coming down over there. This is when we want to look. The market breaks and we confident without waiting for this one to turn around is the index meter who's, you know, this one is going to give us the opportunity or what to look, but the index meter will tell us in the moment that we need to try it. And from there, bam, big party. All right. Kojo suggested that we should run a full webinar on this setup. Kojo, you're asking a lot. All right, so let's look over there, euro, yen, and then the last one would be the pound yen. So we come over here, we come over there, pound yen. That's the last setup that we have, and that's flat, isn't it? So we don't have nothing. So in other words, today we can go fishing, everyone, you know, and that's it. Is that a good idea, Helen? So we don't invent trades today. You know, we're not taking every single trade. It's just the trades that set up. All right, let's run through the indicator, what the ADX is all about. The ADX, as I was telling you, I need to go through my magazines because that's where the lady is an old Australian lady who used, because in that time we were using Vantage Point. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna find it here at the moment, but anyway, but he was using in a completely different way. But she was concentrating patterns as well, you know. And the idea of using the ADX is that you know, this is not indicator to telling you this is long and this is short. No, no at all. Now the ADX has another thing as well that I use this one, D plus DI and minus DI, which I don't use at all. Some people use levels, you will find through YouTube videos. Some people has the 18, the 25, the 20. It doesn't matter for me really at the end of the day. I'm no into the, but I put one just in case because it looks to me that the 20 hits, but look how sometimes it's go down, it's go up. If I put it when people suggesting maybe the 18 or the 16, sometimes they put it. Uh, it's not really what I'm looking for. All right. So what I'm looking for here is the every time it's like from here. This is the time when the meals are cooked. All right. So in here, you just from even from there to here, and from here to there. Every time the market does this kind of retracements, is where we want to be looking, the setups. So from here to there, uh, maybe from here to there, from here to there. These little pullbacks is what we want to be looking. All right. Now, normally people wait for the full turning around before acting, turning around over there, turning around over there, and that's why I show you before we could be missing good opportunities at the end of the day. So what we're gonna be using that we'll come to look in this moment over here, but then we're gonna be looking the index meter according to the order of the daily. And then we're not waiting for the pull to this, but we're waiting for the moment the index meter telling us, yep, today is the day, and we will have a look. Anyway, so every pullback that we have over there, if we're looking now through here, is always going to be what? A setup to go about. This is 20, 10 moving average, but we don't need that one there. So every time the market comes down, you see, this is when I want to be looking for those magic day. Every time the market pulls down over here, I want to be looking for the magic day. So here in this case, this is another pull down over there, and that's my day. Without me waiting for that, so that's yeah, and now the beauty of these things is that we're gonna be looking a lot the golden candle setup with these pullbacks over here. All right, so that's the beauty of it there. So we're looking for that. Look what happened in this moment. The market goes up and down, up and down. So here is when we need to be getting, okay, where is my rejection points? Where is everything over there? And you just, this is the opportunity that the market is telling us what to expose into. And then we wait for what? For the index meter to tell us, yep, that's we're gonna break it, and that's it. Look, for example, here. What a beautiful consolidation setup is the market is giving us to us over there. Until the moment the index meter, even before any break, is telling us over here. So if that's that would be there. That would be the line chart there, even more down. And that moment, sometimes the index meter will agree with the turning of that, sometimes it don't, but that's a nice trade. So that's what I'm looking at the moment, all right? For example, look, this pull down over here. So here sometimes we're gonna have, different setups, but when we're looking that and we're looking over here, if the index meter here is telling me, yep, trade. Sometimes, like I said, um, it doesn't actually. Helen said, "Dawn Bolton Smith." Is that the lady that I was talking? Yes, no. Is that a lady or is this? Oh, it's a lady. Yeah, yeah. She's quite famous in Australian stock market, and she used the ADX for actually that the other stock market over there. Yeah. So every time the market pulls over there is always going to be an opportunity. So we will not be displaying many charts over there, but the main thing is that when the market breaks from those, this is where we want to get it. Every time the market pulls, what happened every time this market does these things? And here, we can see what happens. Sometimes it will not be a break of the line, but it's telling us here we are over there. And whether the index may point me to that date or the next day, that is the opportunity to trade. Another pullback over here. As you see, this indicator that's not telling us, okay, go long or short over there. It's telling us this. The opportunity here is changing the direction, and it went just few days along. Now, who noticed something new in the index meter? No? Okay, I'm going to give you a lolly to anyone to say, yeah, I noticed something is different with the index meter, the one I signed this morning. I don't have water any coffee, didn't prepare myself. Come on. Less pairs? No. Something, a new tab is in the index meter. No. Yes. Come on. Does anybody did have a look at the index meter? Helen? Now I believe everyone's running to see what is there. All right. Before time leave us, you notice here that we have a called data. And this one here, we got the whole, so you can enjoy and back testing uh, from April all the way down here. Let's stop somewhere and let's have a look. For example, 15th of July. So that's the spaces from one week to another week. So this Monday, Tuesday, there. So on the 15th of July, you know, we got over here and we say, let me put it a little bit there. So yeah. So on the 15th of July, the US is weak here, it's telling me. So I want to see what happened with the dollar in the 15th of July. So I come over here, I'm looking over there, and I'm looking the 15th, oh, that's June, 15th of July, somewhere over there. Now, if I look the dollar in here, I'm looking the dollar is weak, and actually going to be looking on the 11th of July because that was the last week. The previous day it was strong and it was strong. So let's look in the 11th of July. Beta. There. So I put the dollar over here. And what I have with the dollar, look what it is. So I'm not interested in that move as we're looking over there. So if then from that moment, from here, I'm looking, okay, New Zealand, US, Australian, you know, Australian, US, look where we are. So no interesting in that move, look where we are, you know. Now, this is different, as you see, it's coming down. Now, when we're looking what happened to New Zealand with the US. So what we said over there is on the setups, isn't it? So in here, very easily, I can come over there and it says to me, oh, that's my golden candle. I'm in the setup. So that's what I wanted over here. And right over here, I got the Australian strong. Sorry, it was the Australian New Zealand though. New Zealand is strong and the US is weak. Right in that first day. All right. Now, if we look in the Australia, same thing is on the way down. And again, I got that. I got the golden candle. The setups is there, so the market has done. I did not trade this pullback, but I went in from there, and here I have the Australia and the US. So that's the way I want to be using this. You know, the combination of these two things over there. Now, if I look in the US Swiss and that the US Swiss. So here you see the market is completing the down because the market is already turning around from here. So I don't see the great opportunity that I could find it myself. Then the euro is a bit there, but it still wants to have a look. And it's right over there. You know, this market is really looking on the way down more than the way up. And it would be, you know, and it didn't go any further. Why? Because the euro was just right over there. The yen, so right over there, is on the way down, but don't see, any ABC over there, and that's what, with the yen is right over here. So that's quite interesting to see in that. Now, um, Australia, if we look in the same date, Australia over there, so the 11 of, just looking for the same day. So on the 11 over here, we're looking that the Australian is strong. The previous day was weak, so today we have a turning point into this market over there. And we already looked the US, so the next one will be the pound Australia on the same day. And there we are. How exciting is that, huh? Now remember, we don't need to wait until these things is turning there before we trade. The index meter tells us that right over there, this is the date. And here we can see very clear the support we can resist. And we got the date over here, and we got the permission over there. So what this indicators is telling us is not to trade this pullback. That's all it's telling us. Right from here, it's telling us stay away for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Why are you gonna do 6 days without doing nothing, Rita? I think Rita is gonna be desperate to find and make more trades happen, isn't it? So that's why we want to be looking over there. So Australian Canadian, we don't trade Australian Canadian, but let's just have a look over there. Aussie Canadian, look where it's already in that position. So there is nothing there, isn't it? So we just leave it alone. That's how simple is it is in the end. Now we look in that, we look in the New Zealand as well. Just try to identify the same day that everything has happened. New Zealand was 26. So when I'm looking the pound New Zealand over here, let's look in the Australian yen. So just to finish up with that. And yes, we are on the way down, but look where we are. So it's nothing in that position over there. So we don't worry about. You see how it is that when the numbers are like that, there is nothing to do. Euro Australia. Oh my goodness, this is good one, because right now is where I want to get, and then I can come with all my skills and I say no. Look where we are. So the euro is only 1, could be even negative, but the Australian is 11. So we need to get right over there. So if we say Euro Australia over here, and let me get those one off, put it back again over there. Euro Australia. There we are. So I haven't put the index meter, but right over here is an entry in a beautiful 260 pips as the market runs from there. Okay, so, and the Australian Swiss would be too close. The strength, so when we look in the Australian Swiss right over there. So look, the main thing is that when I looking at things over here, I want to see my setups that I want to be getting there. So is that too difficult for us to get it? And that's the Australian Swiss. Break the fractal, didn't go too much at the end of the day from here. Okay, so yeah. So then we're looking so Australia, Euro. So what are the main thing is in all of these moves over here? We want to be looking something that has changed the strength from from time to time, and we want to test in in this order over here. So we want to be looking something, that first of all is in the big numbers. Now another thing as well I'm looking, and that's what I put it over here, is that when you see there, you want to relate where they were last before these this market over here. All right. Um, excuse me a moment. Somebody's at the door. Okay. Wait, I'm running again. So yeah, so this is the main thing that we want to get. For example, here I want to see a change as well, and I guess every day we will see there. So we want to see these opportunities when the market changes the strength from one day to another day. And if you look in the yen, so it's been too strong. So suddenly here it changed. So the 27th of August. So if I go over here and I change to the 27th of August, uh, July 27th of August is there. And I come over here and I want to be looking, the Australian yen, of course, would be the first one to get it. And so this is nothing really in here that we can see. So I don't think so we're going to be looking much over there. Everything would be the same with the euro yen. So you see it's on the way up. So we don't want it there. We want it on the way down. We went in the way down. This is when the yen was very, very crazy over there. Now, when we look in the Australia, Australia has negative, negative. So I'm looking for that moment that it changed. So the same. So, and it would be Australian Swiss. Let's just have a look just in case we have there. So Australian Swiss, we got the dip, all right, over there, and we got the day up from here in that date as well. No, and that it is. So it forms, it took few days more before it runs. As you're looking over there, if we miss that one there, and if you look in the next dip down, look how here you draw a line over here, and you look in the Australia, it drops, Australian drops, Australian start getting on the 30th of August, it got stronger, which is there. So from that moment is when it gets strong and the market is down and we have an ABC. And if it's not the 4th of September, we got over here. So Australia, is being from strength to weak, and suddenly on the 4th of August, we had a big momentum time. Come over here. This is where we want it. We want to pick those key days. So what it really I want to achieve is riding this, riding these big momentums bars on every time the market drops. So if you're looking every time the market drops like this one, this is where we want it. What we want to do over there is draw our lines. Find that the not the excuse, but the reason why we should be trading over there. And when we find in this area, if this is the 23rd of July, I want to see that day what the Australia is doing that day. All right. So from that date, everything that refers to the Australia, whether it's Australian US and the way down, whether it's Australian yen, look what it is. This is just going to be out of the proportions, because every time we find these setups is when you have to put a seatbelt, you have to, set up. And the beautiful thing is, we will not be trading everything that the market there. The amount of times we're gonna be finding that every time the market dips is because of this. So from here to there is holiday time. So unfortunately, the Barra season is just finished the end of this month. So I don't know if there's any other seasons around. maybe going to Melbourne to see my baby over there. And but yeah, so that's the beauty of this. So when we look in Australia, and this is the 25, 20, 23, 24, 25, 22, 23, 25, 25, 26. So that would be the 26. So um, over there, and Australia is down as you look at over here. So this is and we want to get from those fronts. All right. So that would be really the main, if we're looking there, that's in the same way. When I look in the euro Australia over here, the euro is strong, the Australian is weak. We come over here. This is what exactly we want. We can draw our lines, look that break, and that's a 600 pips to break. We look in the pound Australia. In this case, as you see, this is no setup at all because of the candle, because of everything. So pound was maybe in the same strength. So when we're looking at the pound over here, pound was weak too. So we need to get things that actually, adding and agreeing things that match the index meter, because that's where we're gonna find the nice trades over there. So that's the main thing. So that's how we're gonna be running just so not putting every single trade. So when I find the opportunity like that with the index meter in place, so have a play with that. So you got that over here. I haven't put it today, so you just need to come over there and copy the daily over here. Put it over there, and I was using one, so I can know that I think it's 16 or 14. I don't remember what number I put over there. 14 it looks to me. So yeah, so New Zealand, as you see here, is being weak from last week. So start getting on the way down. But as we're looking already, we need to find any setups today. So in any of these, Monday normally is like that, and tomorrow we will be there. So that is there. So have a look, backtest, because this kind of backtesting is actually help you to understand how really this works, and you will see that I don't know what happened here. Oh, they did worse anyway. So yeah, so that's all right. So we see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Take care of yourself, and cheers and bye. I hope so you like what you see. And Dave, yeah, if you go to the Friday webinar, there's more explanations there, and then we'll see. But like I said, when I find the settings, I will be snipping tool those setups only, and then follow away from those moments over there. See how things going. All right. Take care of yourself. Cheers and bye.